You are listening to KYST 89.3 FM, The Bone. The Bone. Also heard on AM 1400, The Growler. The Growler. And we are simulcast on South Tucson Cable Access Channel 22. Oh, man. Oh, man. It is just me at the moment, hence why I did all that. Good evening, everybody. It is time to continue and conclude South Tucson Youth Football Week 6. Rivalry Week. Again, I've got a cat here that's showing up and not. How are you in the sound booth, huh? That was too quiet. You got to speak up. There you go. Get up on the chair. There you go. I should just have my cat meow and be the Growler. AM 1400, the Growler. Close enough. I hope you heard that. He just kind of makes some weird groan noise. Yes. I should actually, anytime RJ does that, I love it. And it's like, I got to just bottle it and use it as a cologne. It is South Tucson Youth Football. It is Monday evening. We're getting things started. Let's go ahead and talk about our first game. Already getting going. It is the Creamy Surprise, who, if I recall, I think they are ranked, I had them ranked 6th. They are 6th in all of South Tucson after the most recent rankings came out. I'm going to go confirm that. They are taking on Abigail Mays, Aggressive Steakhouse, 3-2. 3-2 in overall, 1-1 in the Gluttony League. Taking on the Creamy Surprise, who are 4-1 and 2-0, undefeated so far in the Gluttony League as well. This is, I think, the last. This is a cross-divisional game, but of course it's a rivalry because it's still in the division. I think weeks 7 through 10, I set it up to be nothing but divisional games, so it'll really get to see some real separation as that happens. Yes, the Creamy Surprise are currently ranked 6th in all South Tucson after the first rankings of the season came out, so they're going to be looking to defend that ranking, and with a couple of teams dropping in the top 5, the Pawn Shop of the Nazarene and Danish Lou's Chutney House both lost in week 6, so that's a chance to move up. We already know the Horse Pussy Saloon possibly going to move up to maybe 2nd. Yeah. And let's go ahead and go to Star Watch, brought to you by Star Watch, where you can watch two brothers, Randy and Jason Starr, the Starr Brothers, as they watch old episodes of Star Search. It's the Starr Brothers, Randy and Jason Starr, 2 stars watching Star Search on Star Watch on local access channel number 22. Oh, man. Hey, Will's here. Hi, Will.
Have you ever seen Randy and Jason Starr stand up? It's not that good.
It's not very good stand up.
You watch the show and you would think, because they're so good at quipping on Star.
We're getting real. We're getting real here, and I'm not.
That their stand up would be really good, but it's not. It copies the same formula as Randy and Jason Starr watching Star Search, where one guy talks and the other guy delivers the punchline. That's not really doesn't really translate that well in the stand up.
That's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because I really like Star Search featuring
Star
Randy
Watch,
and
yeah.
Star. It's one of my favorite shows. There's 4 seasons of it, actually.
Only 4? They just keep going. They just keep showing up at garage sales and yard sales and swap meets and find old episodes of Star Search. It's amazing how many they're able to uncover.
Well, it was originally Star Search starring Don Carter, but he got replaced after the first episode.
Makes sense. Did he die?
Know, right? No, he didn't die. Although he's played by an actor that you know the guy, right? He's in like all the things.
Oh, okay, that guy, yeah.
Yeah,
all the things that are shown in South Tucson.
Exactly.
Yes, that guy.
He's in that show. He's in that show called what's it called? The Commonwealth. It's a sketch comedy show. He's one of the guys.
I must not. I don't really catch too much of the South Tucson public access sketch stuff, but I'm sure he's great on it. Anyway, we got Star Watch. We'll start with the Creamy Surprise, ranked 6th in all South Tucson. That is largely thanks to quarterback Q Beagles. Anyone play Tecmo Bowl? Get the joke there. Also, that is outside linebacker Krug Jugman. And not pictured, he missed picture day, is wide receiver Dodecahedron Lewis. Dodecahedron Lewis. Missed picture day. He's one of those glamour wide receivers. Those 11-year-olds who got a big head because they're a wide receiver.
He's got such a big head that he's only 11 years old and his name literally means 12.
Yeah. That's why, actually.
No, right?
That's exactly why. He's also got such a big head. That's why he can't be for picture day. His head's so big
It's actually his hat size as well.
It won't fit in the frame of the picture.
No, it will not.
That poor child. Creepy surprise, running a 4-game winning streak. In conference so far, they got wins over Shoeless Gyms, who were looking to have a strong start to the season. They kind of stopped them right in their path. And they got a big win at the Big Diddle last week at Diddler's. 19-7, that final score. Their opponents, Abigail Mays, Aggressive Steakhouse, whereas I'm told in the chat, where you'll eat this goddamn steak and like it. Or maybe you won't like it, but you're fucking eating it. And don't you think you're going anywhere until you finish your gravy milkshake. That, of course, is a milkshake, like a chocolate milkshake, where, you put your vanilla ice cream and your chocolate syrup, but it's mashed potatoes and gravy and a little bit of cream. And maybe a smid, and they blend it up with a stick blender, put whipped cream on it, which is actually whipped potatoes, and then a cherry, which is actually a cherry.
I'm actually trying to find out how big, if somebody has the largest head in the world and is wearing a hat, so I can find out the hat size.
The hat size of the largest head in the world.
I feel like they have bigger concerns than wearing a hat.
Like, oh my god, I might die.
Oh my god, I'm going to die. More like it.
Fair enough. Anyway, speaking of I'm going to die, that's the feeling that most people feel when they're eating at Abigail May's Aggressive Steakhouse and they're in the middle of their 3rd to 14th course. Their star players, 2 of them missed picture day, unfortunately. However, one that did not is their wide receiver, Contrarius Monfrere. Also on the team, let me get the names up there, linebacker Hunky Burley, and tight end Johnny Dickshot. So no Lee Corso again. He's practicing
Johnny Dickshot. That reminds me of a certain wrestler's catchphrase. And there's Slappy.
Jesus, Slappy, slap ass, slap nuts. It's like Bubba with the shrimp thing. It's like Jeff Jarrett can slap anything. Slap ass, slap nuts. That's really about it, actually.
Well, I was going to ask, maybe the fans here. I've been looking for it. For some reason, I had a really tough time finding it. So maybe could somebody just confirm it to be like, yeah, I've seen that before, and I'm not just losing my mind. Jeff Jarrett had a guitar that said "Don't piss me off" on the back of it.
Yes, right? He did. Even if he didn't, that was on his T-shirt, and I feel like I think the toy had that on his T-shirt, on the guitar rather.
I know he had a shirt in the shape of a guitar that said "Don't piss me off," which would be really cruel if the guitar didn't say "Don't piss me off."
That really would be, yeah. It seems like it's
messing with my head.
Anyway, who you guys got in this one? Will, who's your pick in this one? I'm asking the chat right now.
Wow, I like both of these teams' names, which is really how we're grading these teams.
Really, that's true.
But I'm gonna go with Abigail May's Aggressive Steakhouse.
You like the upset.
Aggressive.
It is, yes. That would if Abigail Mays get the win, that would now be, if I'm looking correctly, let me see how many teams. Goodness. So that would be another team. That would mean another top 10 team would drop from the would lose in week 6, because we've had Pawn Shop of the Nazarene lost at number 2. Danish Lose lost at number 4. We haven't heard about CTE yet. They're playing in their second game against You Need a Clown. Moist Adventures lost in their game, and Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty also lost. I believe Binging Texan won, and yeah, I think we streamed that one, didn't we? I'm looking. Yes, they got the win, and so did Francois Creperie. Yeah, people were asking who's got dinner. You got dinner or dessert? The toy said "Don't tick me off." That makes me so much happier. Anyway, let's go down to the Muni. Lee Corso's not here. He's doing laps, whatever that means. That should be terrifying. You are looking live, however, at Municipal Field number 101 in downtown South Tucson, Arizona. For the first half of our doubleheader tonight, it is the Creamy Surprise in brown home jerseys with white pants, and I believe their helmets are also brown. They're kind of shaped like they're kind of dressed up like the ice cream cone, or without the cone. I guess their legs and socks can be the cone, and then the pants are the ice cream, and then there's the chocolate drizzle on top. Oh, we got a face mask already. Does anybody know what they're drinking yet? Because we already got a face mask.
Still first down.
I gotta say, it's delicious. I've got an aluminum can. It is carbonated. It is melted plastic. I melted some plastic and I ran it through my soda stream.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
I'm getting a little upset here with Guinness World Book of Records here.
Oh no, why?
For some reason, it's really difficult to find if there's a Guinness World Record for a person with the largest head.
Uh-oh, we got an injury already. Chance Bozeman rushing for 11 yards. And there's a defensive player on the Creamy Surprise that is he appears to be injured. That's not good. Someone's got liquefied chocolate mousse spelled like the animal, and I'm telling me that is not a misspelling. Someone's drinking ice cream soup. A melange of olive oil and chicken dribblings, which is just the grossest thing that I've just heard.
I'm on the topic, in my brain at least, maybe not anybody else's, of world records. One of the truest things that ever happened on Archer was Sterling Archer saying one of his dreams was to go to one of those places in America where they make the world's largest insert food. Like
That's really funny.
Like the world's largest pizza or brownie or cookie or whatever.
Nice.
I can't remember.
Simeon Patton, the quarterback, hanging on to it, rushing it right up the middle, and Abigail Mays on the board in just over a minute. They have made their intentions known on the first possession of the game. Steak the Creamy is what I'm being pointed out by Joe Mo. I realized something, that there was a game on that I streamed earlier in week 6 that was Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash versus the Horse Pussy Saloon, and based on that, the scoreboard should have said Big Paul's Horse Pussy. But yeah, the world. I was watching like some place that made the world's biggest apple pie every year for like Thanksgiving, and it just seems so unnecessary.
I'm really hoping there's a big Archer fan in the chat listening right now that can tell me what food he said he wanted to like. Because there's a specific one, I just can't remember it. I can't remember who he tells it to either. I'm completely devoid of context here.
Well, I'm wondering if Namberpuss would be it, because he just posted that if you're a fan of Archer, someone managed to make the Eggs Woodhouse and posted the how-to on YouTube.
There is an Eggs Woodhouse Alton Brown extra on the DVD.
I don't remember Eggs Woodhouse. What were they?
It's just basically
a Benedict?
Yeah, Eggs Benedict.
Oh, opting not to pitch it. Hugh Beagle stopped just at the. Oh, it's 4th and inches. You got to go for it at this point. You can't really punt it, and you're just so close. Okay, you're not a huge Archer fan. My mistake. Going the handoff. And the first down and then some. An extra 14 yards. Arnold Cummings. That would be the guy who should be paired up with A.O. Goings. Cummings and Goings. Oh shit, Krug Jugman is out for the game with a mild concussion. We just concussed a kid? Eggs Benedict with 300% more heart attack. Outstanding. I will make my, I have a controversial take about Eggs Benedict. I do love Eggs Benedict. I am not a fan of English muffins. And that is my one. I like variations on Eggs Benedict way better than I like actual Eggs Benedict.
I know that the recipe is like a part of the DVD extra because Alton Brown in the extra himself says, well, it's like, he even says like, you should really only eat this like once or twice a year.
Jesus Christ!
I eat this once a day. Alton Brown's just baffled.
Like they animated Alton
animated.
Brown for this. That's wonderful. How did I not know this existed?
It's
Oh,
on
because I don't
YouTube.
have this. I don't have the second season.
Well, the extra's on YouTube by now.
Okay, I don't have the second season on DVD. That's why. Up, breaks a tackle. Hugh Beagles, 13 yards, all the way down to the 10.
Q Beagle's like O. Henry.
Sorry.
Is Q Beagle's like O. Henry? Is his first name just Q?
Yeah.
Even though O. Henry, that wasn't his actual name.
No, it's a candy bar.
That was absolutely me.
Sylvester Odom with the tackle. That's not one we came up with. That's a great one. Will Rust, also not a name we came up with. With the first with
I
his first
didn't actually know a girl whose first name was just a letter.
You did?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
What letter was it?
Cute, brother. Why don't you guess?
Touchdown, creamy surprise. It's Derek Poe. And he's working the ice cream maker. He's making the soft serve in the celebration. That's what I'm going with. What letter was her single
I just
letter
said it
name?
was E. Because like, it was very obvious you were not going. You were guessing all 26 letters.
Well, if she was a goer, if she was one known to be fallacious with men, she could be X because X gonna give it to you. I'm guessing she's not X.
I feel like you're referencing something there, and I should know what you're referencing.
The song X gonna give it to you.
This,
Speaking of X, Triple X Kilpatrick. What a great timing for that to happen.
I don't think DMX is fallacious with men.
I think it was Exhibit, not DMX.
Oh yeah, I thought DMX was X gonna give it to
Oh, I don't actually know. Maybe it was DMX. I don't fucking remember.
Oh,
I'm an
they put
idiot.
X in their names.
You're absolutely right. I think I'm stupid. It is DMX. I'm fairly positive now. God damn it. Retract my statement. Triple X Kilpatrick, however, on Abigail Mays. What is the letter that her name was?
It was E.
It was E?
The letter E.
The letter E. That's like not that inventive. Like that's one of the free letters you get in Wheel of Fortune. That you should not be too proud of that.
I'm sure that I never asked.
You get your name
don't
is one
know
of the
why I
weakest
didn't.
scores in Scrabble.
I don't know why I didn't ask why her name was just E, but I'm sure it was probably like some like quaint thing about her parents spelling up the birth certificate weirdly.
And then just saying,
She
you
was
know what?
wrong.
Let's just fucking go with it. Like I love that. Like I love when the stories like that happen. 4th and 5, by the way. Punt unit coming out. Punts taken from their own 30. It's gonna go all the way out. Take a bounce at the creamy surprise 30. Sterling Jordan takes it 5 yards, and tied at 7 with 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We're gonna see if the creamy surprise can muster up a another strong possession. Yeah, I never understood those stories where like, oh, we just didn't. We fucked up the birth certificate. Well, fucking do it over and get it right. Like what? Like oh well, shucks. We wrote down her name is Fart. Guess that's gonna be a funny story someday. No, fucking change it.
Hang on. What would the name be other than Fart?
Farrah?
Oh, okay. Huh.
I don't know. Like, especially if it's like, oh, well, typing it in, someone fat fingered the goddamn paperwork. Well, fucking fix it. Like,
Well, the last name was supposed to be. Well, his middle name was Hart, but oh well, we typed in.
She was supposed to be
instead.
farty. I'm looking at my keyboard right now. I better not have been named Bryab.
I am.
They forgot the Y. She was supposed to be farty. Pass by Q Beagles. Oh, dodecahedron. Lewis at the sidelines. 10 yards, 3rd and inches, though. They're going to spot it just short of the first down marker. Okay, you'd be kill. That'd be spelled quill. No, it had to be Q''ILL.
That it would be pronounced kill though.
It would be pronounced kill if it didn't have an apostrophe.
That's a badass name. Is that French? Yeah, for kill.
Dave, man. Good
I actually
God.
also knew a kid in school whose name was G, but it was like phonetically spelled. Like it was
GE.
Yeah, G.
Yeah.
Which made a lot more sense.
Oh my God. Yeah, like I'm trying to think like. God, I'm trying to think if anything else has had like that. Like D is an easy one. D-E-E.
Lee. But it's not really like
Handoff.
You know, L doesn't
Flag on
sound
the
like
play. Everybody take a drink, probably.
Personal
Yep,
foul.
take a drink.
Face mask. Defense.
It's just someone named P.
It's supposed to be Pete.
Automatic first down.
Now P.
Now there's another one that's like a letter. It's B. But not spelled with like two.
B. Arthur.
Like
Outstanding.
Dick Semper B. Arthur.
Outstanding. QB was going to hang on to it. No gain up the middle after the first, after the face mask penalty. Put him on the 8-yard line. How did we get onto this from fucking Eggs Benedict? I think it was the X go and give it to you thing. Arnold Cummings up the center for the touchdown. Creepy surprise of taking this lead.
No, it was O. Henry. Because I was like, oh, keep it
like
first.
O. Henry, yeah. Because I was enjoying talking about Eggs
Which is a
Benedict.
reference on Archer. Full circle.
Yes, I was more excited about talking about Six Semper B. Arthur. That's a good reference. I was more excited about talking about Eggs Benedict, to be honest. That dude's got a chick on his shoulders. He is not, and he doesn't seem pleased about it. You'll see it in a second.
Well,
I just like they showed someone on a dude's shoulders, and the dude did not look happy about it whatsoever. He was like angry and screaming, like, ah! Why is she up here?
Get down! I have to go to the bathroom. It's gonna be really awkward. I have to take you.
Well, good thing she doesn't have to go to the bathroom. She'll just be tickling on his neck.
Oh no. Okay, no. Maybe that's why he's mad.
Maybe she just doesn't want to get down to go to the bathroom and miss the game, so she just peeing on his neck. Jesus Christ.
Why can't you get a stadium, buddy?
Oh, airing it out, caught! Oh, Contrarius Montfrere, 43 yards.
Now that is a hell of a breakfast.
What? What?
No contrarious Montfrere.
Oh God, a croque.
That sounds like a great French breakfast.
A croque Montfrere.
Although I wonder what Greg's Benedict has to think about
Greg's Benedict, God damn it. We've already got Greg McMahon, we don't need it. Oh, he had the pitch play. Simeon Patton just flattened like a pancake. Other food reference. That was a Lariato. That was absolutely a fucking lariat. 2nd and 2 for the Steakhouse. They are already trying to tie this game up once again. Trying to pull off a big upset. And there's a flag on the play.
All right.
Personal foul.
Yep, everybody take a drink. It's a face mask.
Defense.
Yeah, the Gluttony League has proven to be one of the best conference, I think, in South Tucson, based on their non-conference schedule and everything like that. Pretty darn good team. Let's see, how many teams were ranked from the Gluttony League this time, which is great because they were not a very good, not a very strong conference last year. Simeon Patton going to hang on to that one, run it in for a touchdown tie game with the extra point pending. So Creepy Surprise, Flappy Pappies, Binging Texan, all ranked. Diddlers could have made a case for it. A lot of strong teams in the Gluttony League this season.
The kick is good.
I think we only had one CSC team.
Lewis back to return.
We had 2 teams out of the BCC. Looking around at this. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Are they really undefeated in conference play? Holy shit. That's bonkers. I had no idea that happened. How did that happen?
Someone's on the carry. Gain of
We're just like casually looking at something. I was like, wait a minute.
makes it second and
There's a
2.
team that was like terrible that is now 3-0 in what was the hardest conference last season. The BC, I can say last year now, the BCC. The blue collar conference that had welders and everybody. Twin Towers Construction is actually at 3-0 in conference. That's nuts. I had no idea. They actually beat Welders of the Universe this week. It's also weird because they were 0-3 out of conference. So the BCC, not a strong league this year. So, well, where do you stand on Eggs Benedict?
Dude, it's like it's eggs and cream sauces. I mean, I'm what's in an Eggs Benedict?
It is an English muffin.
That makes it second and 10.
Well, okay,
It
first
is an
of
English
all-
muffin, I believe Canadian bacon, a poached egg, and hollandaise sauce.
First of all, the English muffin can go back to England. It's
Yeah,
one
I'm
of
not a
those-
fan of the English muffin either.
I don't like it. I don't. It's just.
2 yards on the play.
It's one of those things where it's like,
Makes it third and 11.
is it made like a different type of like? Is it like whole wheat bread?
People do variations on them. I like the variations better than actual Eggs Benedict. I like the hollandaise sauce. I like the poached egg. Canadian bacon, whatever. I can take or leave.
The English muffin.
Yeah.
I don't like English muffins. They always taste worse than like the ingredients that go into make.
The intended receiver
Yes.
on the play.
It's like, wow, it feels like you were trying to make bread and you screwed it up.
Yeah, you left out an essential ingredient that makes bread good. Put it back in.
Yeah, like my girlfriend had one this morning that had like salmon on it instead of the Canadian bacon. It was very good, like lox. It had like salmon
like
lox on it.
Is the English muffin supposed to be like healthier or something?
No,
Is
I don't
that why it's
know.
not?
I don't know the purpose of it. I think it's supposed to be fancier because like Eggs Benedict used to be like a fancy
Ooh.
dish, wasn't it?
Nothing fancy though.
And this muffin is from Oxford.
Nothing fancy. We don't do things fancy around here.
Oh god, what's happening?
Kenyon on the tackle.
Hey
Hi.
folks,
Quality
Who's it?
former sports player Dante Sky High. How you doing?
Oh my god.
Oh, Dante Sky High.
Dante Sky High is here. The most famous Dante in all of South Tucson. You may have seen his name in the community bulletin. You seem to always be part of the community bulletin, Dante.
Yep, I'm making money. Yep.
What about your friend Handel?
We
Randall?
we don't talk about him. Nope.
Okay.
He's not
Wait,
there.
wait, Handel or Randall? I know you got two friends named each.
Yeah, I actually knew.
We
that.
don't talk about that handle fella. He's no good.
Okay, Randall's fine though.
Yeah, Randall, nice fellow. Help me out with the Eggs Benedict breakfast every Thursday morning. Yep.
Oh, fair enough. Now, I'm trying to remember what happened at the. Yeah, there was. You seem to have a new thing going on every week, Dante.
Oh, yep. I mean, we've had the produce toss contest. We've had the inactive grenade tossing contest. Lots of different tossing contests.
The inactive grenade. I'm incredibly thankful that it, was what it was. That it wasn't like an actual.
Well, it was supposed to be active grenade, but they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me do that.
That's probably okay, I think.
Yeah, I think that was a smart call.
I mean, basically it was. I could either do it totally nude, or I could do active grenade, and I would totally nude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, because when you're fighting, no one's fighting with totally nude. There'll be no fight, so it'll all be peaceful.
Oh my god.
Goddamn.
I think
big
Dante
bomb.
Sky High has solved the Middle East crisis.
Yeah, we just started playing truth, totally nude. No one's gonna want to fight totally nude.
It's true.
Is he saying totally nude?
Totally nude.
Okay, well, it's a
They totally
touchdown for
knew.
the. Speaking of that, creamy surprise, taking the lead again just at the end of the first half. Big play, caught, touchdown, and there's gonna be an extra point. Dodeka, Hedron Lewis with the catch,
What a great play. What a great play.
and we're gonna go into the half, 21-14. The creamy surprise, 6th ranked team in all of South Tucson this season. Leading Abigail Mays, aggressive Steakhouse. And we'd like to
Look
go
at that
ahead.
creaminess.
Now, Dante, while we have you here, would you like to do a live read for one of our local sponsors?
Oh, sure.
All right, well, first let me go ahead and give the main one. We'd like to thank Nissan. Be sure to test drive the all-new 2017 Laugh-Finder. It comfortably seats 8. It uncomfortably tells uncouth jokes on Martin Luther King Day. Also, South Tucson Youth Football would not be possible without some of the lovely local sponsors of South Tucson, Arizona. Local sponsors such as... There you go. Tell us about Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty. I've seen you eat there, Dante.
Oh, yeah. I mean, me and Flappy, we go way back. Back in the day, you know, when I was playing that other former allowed sport in the town, I used to go there after my Saturday morning games, hang out with Flappy, and he would be like, "Oh, hey there, Dante, you want some flapjacks?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, Flappy, I'll have some flapjacks. These are the best flapjacks. They got all kinds of flapjacks. They got bacon flapjacks. They got red velvet flapjacks. They got squid flapjacks. They got tuna flapjacks. Any kind of flapjack you want. Flappy's got my Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty. But no dirty flapjacks. No."
Well, I would hope there not be dirty flapjacks there. Whoops, that's not good. Had that up on the screen. That's my bad. All right, well, that's not good.
Jordan deep to return.
Hang on.
Got to see my Facebook for a little bit. Whoops on that one.
Dang it, it's too late.
It's definitely too late. My bad on that one. Whoops.
Yeah.
Nothing inside, though. Nothing inside.
Yeah, for real. Oh well. Okay, you guys got to see that. That happens. Oh well.
Wait, why are they using their feet?
Sorry.
Why was that player using his feet there?
He was kicking. He was kicking off to start the half.
What the hell is a kick?
Oh wow. Like.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I know what a throw is, but I don't understand this kick thing.
Well, I actually have something new. A new rule added this year. It's not really been reported on because we don't mic the field that well. But there is a rule that when you are kicking, you also have to be screaming.
Screaming?
Yes, you have to be screaming.
So that child is screaming when he's kicking off for the second half.
It's
just
a
like
rule.
boom.
Yeah, exactly. You have to, while you were kicking, you have to be screaming.
You know, I was wondering why I would just hear these blood-curdling screams on every field goal.
Well, I mean, it's very
I thought that was
faint.
for the game.
It's very faint because we don't mic the field very well, and by not very well, I mean at all. So you can't really hear it from that well, but it's happening. It's a 5-yard penalty if you're not screaming while kicking, and there have been no penalties so far, so you can see teams are taking it very seriously.
I see.
So just think about that next time. You may not be able to hear it, but on that field, on every kick, and that includes punts. If punts are kicks, you're still kicking the ball. Every time somebody kicks a ball, which means punting, place kicking, kicking off, there is a child screaming.
Oh, that makes me really happy. I can blur stuff in YouTube, so I can blur out the fact that you guys saw a bit of my Facebook. Whoops!
I think you should actually go for like the flat bars to make it seem like there was like.
Well, I know that YouTube can blur. I just did a quick Google search for that. Here we go. It could be a war cry or a scream of abject terror. Most of the kids, they're 10 years old and they're given the job of being the kicker. It's abject terror, let's be honest. And what happens if they break the foot before they kick? Then the scream is just that much more real.
I don't like to see when they break the foot though. That makes something dirty out of it. I don't like nothing dirty. Nothing dirty.
Fair enough. Nothing dirty. No, well, I mean, you know, if it rains and there's a lot of mud on the field, then it gets a bit...
No,
okay.
rain, nothing dirty. I do not like nothing dirty.
Okay.
Nope.
Broken foot or not, they're kicking that ball. Absolutely. And creepy surprise, Q Beagles rushing it for 12 yards. First down. They're in the red zone now. 59 rushing yards for Q Beagles.
Really needs to work on that throwing though. He can learn all at Dante Sky High's weekday throwing camp. Every Monday through Thursday, I'm down at the abandoned alley showing the kids how to throw things properly. Yeah, things. I'm not allowed to say what I throw there. Not legally. Not legally.
Abject terror should have been a football player. Yes.
They 5 yard reception, just airing it up a little bit up there. Beautiful throw.
That's a little back and forth. We give it to you in text form and verbally. Just that banter.
Yes. We give the banter.
Gotta love the banter.
And Q Beagles gets the first down and a flag. Oh, Dante. So we got a little fun here. There's a lot of face mask penalties. We tend to
Face mask.
take a sip of something, a little thirst quencher whenever when there's a face mask penalty. What's your drink of choice?
Me personally, right now, I'm drinking a nice tall glass of hot chocolate. No, it's about 3 days old, so it's more like rotten, lukewarm chocolate. Still delicious, though. Still delicious.
Fair enough. That's incredibly disturbing. All right.
Oh, there was a little bit of mold in that one.
New York City had the XFL Hall of Fame open for one day. Was it like a special exhibit kind of thing, I guess? And Arnold Cummings in for the touchdown again. A 1 yard touchdown run. The creamy surprise now opening up this lead to 2 scores.
I am drinking, like, you know how you let, like, you know how when you forget about a glass of water overnight,
Yeah.
go to bed, and you let it sit out there, and you come back and you see the water still there, and you don't want to pour it out because it's just wasting water. So you just shotgun it. You
And
don't
like water
like
doesn't
it.
go bad anyway. It's just water, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't go bad, but it's just it's room temperature.
Become a
Like,
little snack.
There's little flakes of detritus in it from the night gone by. I'm drinking that. I have 20 glasses of water sitting on my windowsill for this explicit purpose.
All right, now were they yours?
Of course they're mine.
Okay, 'cause I was worried if there was somebody else's. They might be at different heights. Somebody might be playing them as an instrument later, and that would concern me.
Which, I mean, also adds to the character of the drink.
Yes.
Like little.
Actually, that should have been my drink. I should have said, "Well, I stole the water glasses of one of those street performers who rubs his fingers on the rims of the glasses, and I'm drinking that." I just poured them all into a giant novelty wine glass, and I'm shooting that.
Why the novelty?
Cause it's larger than normal. It's very big. It's very funny.
I don't find anything novel about tea at all. I think tea's a delicious beverage.
Oh, it's the I see.
Yeah. Nothing novel about tea. Tea's delicious. You
I
can have
still
family
don't know.
members.
What is
You're
the
going up a tea.
fascination? Sorry, Dante.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I gotta say, as always, this is a rivalry game. I forgot didn't even get to this. So of course it's for a trophy. These two teams, the kids, are playing for a trophy. I don't believe they played last year. I'm gonna have to look and see who won this one last year between the Creamy Surprise and Abigail May's Aggressive Steakhouse. I'm pulling that up right now just to see.
Look at that stride. That's a beautiful stride right there.
Yes, let me hang on a second. Let me see if I got the I was looking up this year's schedule. Let me pull up last year's. But they are playing for a trophy, a rivalry trophy. The winner of this game will be awarded the giant novelty wine glass with an off-color joke about turning 40 on it. The giant novelty wine glass with an off-color joke about turning 40 on it.
I don't get that.
Well, you know, like when someone turns 40, they say, you know, you're over the hill, you're
Where's the hill at?
I mean, people say this. They did not play last year, by the way. This is a brand new game. This is the first time we're awarding this.
A little like this.
Like, you know, you're 40, you're over the hill. It's like you're officially an old person. People make fun of people for that.
I don't see a hill, though. Where did I miss the hill?
It's a figurative hill, Dante. It's not like a mound or a pitching mound or anything like that.
Oh, okay, so it's a figure of a hill. I got it.
Well, how will the kids drink wine out of it if they're underage? Middle-aged, get it? Middle-aged women like wine. Oh, God. We have fun here.
That's actually on the glass.
Would you like... Oh, it just says middle-aged women like wine.
No, it's the joke, and then get it. Middle-aged women like wine.
It's on the other side of it.
I don't get that.
Well, that's why
You shouldn't, Dante. It's a terrible joke. That's why. Simeon Patton up the middle for a touchdown.
That's funny, though. That's funny.
Back to a one-score game. Abigail Mays in the end zone again, trying to keep this one close, trying to take the lead. They're knocking on the door of an upset against the 6th-ranked Creamy Surprise, who have been not a lot of mistakes being made by either team. They're just playing a very solid game. I'd love to see the stats on these two teams as the game keeps going. But it is a 7-point game again.
They're just trying to keep things moving forward. Moving forward. A very nice ball control there by the Steakhouse.
Yep, and Dodecahedron Lewis with the 18-yard return off the kickoff. Creamy Surprise starting with a standard field position that one. And then we see a bunch of highlights, including Dodecahedron's big catch to end the first half. 4:22 to go in this game. And Q Beagles, quick pass to Victor Hardy, 7-yard catch. 2nd and 3.
Yeah. Beautiful throw. That's what this sport needs more. More throws. You don't need the running. They don't need that foot stuff. Just more throws. That's all this sport needs. See, look at that. Beautiful throw. I don't know why they do that. They hit and then knocking people down, but very nice throw.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
No doubt.
I love it.
No doubt they throw some good hits for 10-year-olds. They don't care about their personal well-being or anything broken. Victor Hardy. No, he was pretty good. Will Rust, 6-yard catch, gets the first down, and Cube Eagles and this Creamy Surprise team trying to kill as much clock as possible.
Now, why would they want to do that? What did the clock do to them?
Oh, they just want to let the time run out of the game.
I don't.
Oh, airing it out. Overthrown. Sylvester Odom breaking up the pass, I guess.
See, that's what you need. You need more of that throw. The throw is the most important part of the game. As far as I've seen, this is the first time I've ever watched one of these events, but I think I understand.
Yes, the invention of the forward pass. Oh, goodness. Q Beagles tried to take off running. Gets 7 yards, but he is just flattened.
I don't understand the hitting part. Why are they allowed to hit?
Well, you can tackle in football, Dante. It's a full contact sport.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
Well, it's an important part of the game. But here we see 3rd and 3. This is a big 3rd down conversion. The Creamy Surprise can just continue to let the clock run out. Just takes their time. They just need 3 yards. Probably a handoff play. Yep, they're going to go right up the middle. And they're going to get it. Arnold Cummings, 6 yards up the middle. That's a huge play, Dante. That's going to just give them a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10 on the 39.
Wait, what do you mean downs?
It's first down. It's their first play of this. You know, it's like after getting a guy out and then you have a new batter step up. It's kind of like that.
We're not allowed to talk about that, though.
Well, you know, I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
Yeah. Nothing baseball, though. Nothing baseball. Not allowed.
Nothing baseball. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's not allowed. I've been arrested several times for it. I don't like that. It's not right.
And Wallace Hawkins, 7-yard catch, 2nd and 3.
Beautiful.
And yep, Abigail Mays are using their first timeout. That's Hunky Burley with the tackle. That's a strong player on Abigail Mays' defensive side, Hunky Burley.
He got that big body type for a 10-year-old. He can knock people over. Very, very nice hit.
Yes, no doubt. And that's a loss of 1. 3rd and 5. Q Beagles looking to throw it. Gets him up the middle. That's a receiver. And forces Abigail Mays to use their last timeout. That first down. Hunky Burley with the tackle again. I think that has just pretty much put the cap on this game. They're going to continue to run it out. Arnold Cummings up the middle.
They should probably try for another one of those scores, right? I mean, that's what they need.
Very possible. They might continue to run this ball. I think if there's another score in this game, I think there'll be a lot of people in the stands who are either very happy or very upset. which is a nice way to say that people are gambling on this game involving children. Up the middle again, 11 yards, touchdown.
Not illegal. It's just good cooking fun.
No doubt. I'm sure it's just for things like a batch of fresh-baked cookies, not for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And these parents get very upset and they tear up their betting tickets with absolute anger because they have to make cookies.
Yeah, lots and lots of cookies. They're
Yes,
delicious.
no doubt. And that's going to be it. They're going to kneel it out. That's going to be the end of the game. The Creamy Surprise hold on to their ranking. They possibly move up. And it is a final score, 28-21. The Creamy Surprise with a win over Abigail May's Aggressive Steakhouse. Creamy Surprise improved to 5-1, 3-0 in the Gluttony League. They are one of the top teams in all of South Tucson right now.
Very impressive play. Very impressive play.
Very much so. And Abigail May's dropped to 3-3, 1-2 in conference. Looking at their schedule coming up, Creamy Surprise have a game against Tremors Pizza in week 7 away from home. Abigail May's have to go to the Big Diddle, to Diddler's Family Restaurant in their game. That should be a fun one. And I'm sure we'll have some highlights of that. Diddler's with a big win as well this week. And the giant novelty wine glass with an off-color joke for someone turning 40 is in the hands of the Creamy Surprise.
I still don't understand that hill that the old person went over, but I'll learn eventually.
It's just an expression. It's not a real hill.
Okay, I'll just keep my eyes out. I'm sure.
In case you see a real hill, absolutely. In case you see, if you see any hills, Dante, and there's a woman that you see that may be approaching the middle of her age group, the middle age era, then maybe you can see she's going over the hill, and that would be an explanation of where the.
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah, she just likes climbing hills. I get it.
Yeah, she likes climbing hills. Exactly, climbing some hills, and no longer having her time of the month eventually. And a pause. All right, coming up, our next game in the week 6. It's a final game of week 6. It is another ranked team. It is the Crashzone Trampoline Experience, 5th in the rankings. Am I missing them somewhere? Oh god, I'm going through the wrong. There we go. They're taking on the defending champions, your champions from the spring 2016 season. You Need a Clown, actually unranked. They are 3-2, 1-1 in conference. Have not had a strong start to the season. However, the CTE, after being ranked last year, are 4-1. 2-0 in conference. And you can see, oh, look at that temperature. Nice. 69 degrees this evening in South Tucson. Nice.
A little bit offensive. Just a little bit.
A little bit?
Just a little bit.
Do I got to roll it back a little?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm just checking, Don. I don't want to offend you or any of your listeners. We got some crossover fans.
It's okay as long as I can just keep plugging Dante Sky High's weekday throwing camps. Remember at the abandoned alley, we're there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's what put foods on my table since I can't hold my normal camps anymore in this town.
Weekday throwing camps.
Yes, I teach you how to do lots of things. I'm gonna get one of those footballs. I'm gonna teach the kids how to do that. I ain't never seen one of those before.
Wait, you don't have a football. What do you teach these kids to throw?
Oh, lots of stuff. Like we throw rocks, we throw produce, we throw grenades. Oh, we throw gigantic rutabagas. Anything goes. You bring what you want to throw, and I teach you how to.
Is that why there was the ham toss at that one event?
Oh yes. I mean, the ham toss, that's a traditional event. That's a high family tradition.
Now, I was surprised, actually, when I saw the ham toss, because when I hear the idea of a ham toss, I expected it to be large hams, and they were actually just slices of deli meats.
Yeah, just about a half-inch thick slice. A lot of people go for the frisbee technique. I like a little overhand, because you cut down on the wind resistance if you throw it overhand.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Well, let's get to our second game. It is You Need a Clown taking on CTE. CTE are ranked 5th in the current top 10 of South Tucson youth football. Actually, that's how they ended the season last year. In the spring season, they were 5th overall. You Need a Clown, however, have had their number. You Need a Clown beat them 31-24 in the regular season in week 5 of the spring season. They also met in the first round of the playoffs. You Need a Clown with a 4 seed on their way to their first ever South Tucson Youth Football Championship. You Need a Clown were the winners, 42-24. So
One heck of a team. One heck of a team.
no doubt, You Need a Clown are a great team, and so are CTE. This is going to be a great way to conclude the season. The week 6 of this season. So You Need a Clown, your super dog of the week. Well, it's amazing to think that they're an underdog, OTT Hodge, because they haven't been playing up to their capability of last year. But let's go to Star Watch, brought to you by Wall to Wall Salve. Don't be a salve, not be a salve. If you need an ointment or a cream, better call Salve. It's Wall to Wall Salve.
That's good stuff to rub on you there.
Yes, and be sure to keep an eye out for the Diddler's Cup Racing Series, where you can watch the wall-to-wall Salve car, the number 28 wall-to-wall Salve car, driven by Ennio Sparini. It's coming soon to IRM. There you go, a little cross-promoting there. The number 28 wall-to-wall Salve car.
Lots of ointments, lotions, and creams and salves. All sorts of items.
And, of course, there you see our 3, that's 2 of the 3 stars. One of the kids missed picture day. For CTE, let's go left to right. That is cornerback, defensive back, Kerplunk Foley. Not pictured as defensive lineman, Sylvester Wafflehouse. And that is quarterback in the middle, Brandon Nubian. And on the other
That's a weird name.
It is. And no doubt is. And there we see.
Weird names? Yeah.
Oh, sounds like you got a new bit there, Dante.
Oh, yeah.
Weird names. And on the other side is You Need a Clown. 2 of their players missed picture day. However, who is pictured is the middle linebacker, 38 Special Harrison. And not pictured, tight end Delford John Bovine, and their star wide receiver, Fuckaloo Rawls.
I love that singer. He sings a lot of good songs.
There you go. And Dante, who do you like in this one? Do you like You Need a Clown, or do you like Crashzone Trampoline Experience?
Well, I'll tell you this right now. At the Crashzone, they kicked me out several times for trying to throw things on the trampolines. So I have to go with the clown, because the clown workshop, they taught me how to throw balloon animals, and they taught me how to throw horns. So I got to go with the You Need a Clown, because you need a clown sometimes.
And I think a lot of the fans in the chat are with you. They all think the defending champs are gonna pull up a big upset. I can't believe I'm saying it's an upset, but they're not. They're the unranked team and against a number 5 ranked team. I think it's time to go down to the Muni. You are looking live at Municipal Field number 128. The second half of our doubleheader tonight in week 6, including week 6. It is You Need a Clown, the defending champions in the spring from the spring season. Currently sitting at 3-2 in all of South Tucson, taking on Crashzone Trampoline Experience CTE, number 5 ranked, 4-1, 2-0 in the CSC. And there you see CTE kicking off left to right on your radio dial. That is You Need a Clown taking it all the way down. Fuckaloo Rolls, 59 yards.
What a beautiful job of run there. I do understand when they use the feet at the beginning of the game, or the fact that they're allowed to hit each other. What beautiful running there. Look at that.
Not sure what just happened here. We lost sound in the game, but we're gonna figure out what's going on here.
It'll be all right. We can banter. We can do a little vamping. Maybe we need to do a little advertisement. What do you mean?
Maybe so. Let's see what's going on here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Sorry, guys. There's some weird stuff going on here.
Yeah, but technical conspiracies right there.
Uh-oh. What's happening here?
Oh, no.
But what if you don't need a clown, asks Bone of Malkov. Well, if you don't need a clown...
I don't know the situation where you would not need a clown.
For real. There we go. Our sound's back. We're back and running.
Yeah.
It's like kind of stuttering right now, but we'll make do. Sorry about that. Little technical conspiracies. Lester Mason, 5-yard catch. It is 1st and 10, and already Morris Romero, 2 passes, 2 completions, 14 yards. Didn't have to do much because of that huge return to start things off. We didn't even get the call signals out here. They, of course, that is, Morris Romero up the middle, touchdown, Clowns. They come off in a big way, 1:02 on that opening drive.
Oh, yeah, beautiful play call. Honestly, amazing work there by the Clown.
Romero up the middle, saw the opening, punched it forward. There is the extra point, 7-0. You Need a Clown, the defending champs, already made a statement here. They've silenced the crowd here at the Muni. And CTE, well, now we can say it, that is You Need a Clown kicking off, or right to left on your radio dial. You Need a Clown in their white helmets, white jerseys, and yellow pants, bright yellow pants, and of course big shoes. CTE, the home team.
They look a little silly, but they're good. They're good.
They get in the way sometimes, but they've clearly not had a problem. CTE, of course, in their home uniforms, blue pants, blue helmets, and orange jerseys. This, of course, is 89.3 FM, The Bone, KYST. Also heard on AM 1400, The Growler, and you are watching this. It is simulcast with South Tucson Local Access Channel 22. Oh, man.
Very nice channel there. They let me do all my advertising very inexpensively.
And it's T.O. It's Terrell Olson with the catch for CTE, trying to hit back immediately. Now, Dante, that's tough. Now you're a former pro athlete. You've been in, maybe not football, but you've been. Brandon Nubian brought down. Didn't even see that hit coming. A loss of 6. Kalichi Silva. Sounds like a Game of Thrones character.
Yeah, but silly there. Silly name, but weird name, but good name.
Weird name, but good name. And oh no, Lester Mason for You Need a Clown strained his shoulder. He'll be back soon though. That's good to hear. Must have strained it on the tackle of one of those catches that he made in the first possession. But Dante, you're maybe not you never played football, but you were an athlete, and to just start out a game and all of a sudden you're playing from behind. You're already losing in the game very early on. It messes with you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, when you're behind in any sporting event, all you gotta think about is I gotta make up that deficit. I gotta keep moving forward and getting my points and getting my score points and moving forward. And when you can't move forward very easily, I mean, in a game like this, you've got a lot to do in order to get forward and to tie a game up or
no doubt. And we just saw it right there. That was Terrell Olson, 44 yards, and already CTE is in the red zone on the 10-yard line. So I think they're doing exactly what you're saying. They're just, finding that way, putting in the effort. Nick Carr, 10-yard catch, touchdown CTE.
And look at all that beautiful throwing. I mean, honestly, that is exactly what you need to do. You need to continue to throw the ball. You need to throw the ball hard. You need to throw the ball fast. You need to throw the ball light. You need to throw the ball easy. You just need to throw. And you can learn how to throw Dante Sky High's weekday throwing games. I'm going to get myself one of them football, and I'll be able to teach you how to throw the football.
Got a plug all of a sudden. All right, cool. Yeah. And tie game all of a sudden. Just what a huge basically a two-play possession, two-play drive for CTE. Martin McQueen, 22 yards up the middle for the kickoff return. Takes them to the 37, their own 37. Morris Romero going to take over. Not even halfway through the first quarter, and I would have to agree with Sajo Amo on this one. We're in for a shootout. Lucas Wood up the middle, 15 yards. Good offenses on both sides. Goodness, didn't even get to the offensive playbooks of the first game. In case anyone was wondering, the Creamy Surprise have the multiple offense, whatever that means, I don't know. And Abigail Mays have Georgia Tech. But in this game, You Need a Clown are working with Oregon's playbook. And the CTE, the Crashzone Trampoline Experience, have Oklahoma State's. So, very fast offense on both sides. No surprise that they come out the gates shooting. And they are they're really putting it out there.
This is going to be airing it out over and over again. Short throws, long throws, big throws, small throws, every single type of throw that you can imagine.
Yeah, I think a lot of variations in the offense, a lot of different plays being called for both teams. No doubt there.
No, I do need to leave for a bit. I'd like to thank you for letting me film my
Sure, Dante. You're gonna miss a great game though. It's okay.
I'm sorry, but they're telling me that I need to leave the dumpster. I need to move my car from behind the dumpster immediately.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it'll get towed away, and I'm kind of living in there right now. But thank you very much for the opportunity to film Dante Sky High weekday throwing camps Monday through Thursday. We're there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the abandoned alley, right by Trammer's Pizza.
All right, there you go. Dante Sky High in the studio. Terrell Olsen, 6-yard catch. Here comes CTE after basically a punt from You Need a Clown. They're on their own 36-yard line. Look at Dante Sky High here. You always see his name showing up on the community bulletin board. He's got a lot of he's got his hand in a lot of cookie jars, it seems, and a lot of those cookie jars seem.
That weird guy that I just passed coming up to the booth.
Is that why it took you so long, Kyle?
Yeah, seriously, he parked his dilapidated Taurus right in front of the stairs. I had to climb over it, and I slipped twice on the hood.
I don't even know what to say. I didn't realize he was real. I didn't realize Dante Sky High was real. I kept seeing it in the bulletin boards. He had all these weird, like, the half-baked ham bake ham off. But that's not even sound like a real thing. What the hell is that?
No, it doesn't. And his smell was terrible. Oh, God.
Well, it smells like ham. It did smell like ham. I'll give him that.
I just don't get it. He kept holding this cup. I mean, it looked like hot chocolate, but it had a ring of mold on the top.
Oh, that was his beverage. It was very strange. I felt it was rude of me not to question it.
At least we've got a really good game of football going on. Very competitive, very tight. I mean, You Need a Clown really needs to convert here if they want, I'd say, any hope of continuing out.
Yeah, CT now currently have the football. It's 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Very quick possessions from both teams to start off the game. Both scored on their opening drives. Oh, almost picked off. Just deflected. 3rd and 9. Big defensive play by You Need a Clown. And these two teams, oops. Knee banging the desk now. Don't mind me here. Looking at let's look at their stats here, because, You Need a Clown, again, defending champions. But the record is not really showing it. They got losses to Sam & Sons, Gazebo Repair. That was a shootout. That was 35-31. They lost last week to Bully Factory Children's MMA. I think You Need a Clown would have been ranked if they didn't lose that game. The final score was 41-35. They got a really strong schedule. They played some really good teams. They got a high RPI. It's just that record is not looking good. So, if they want to find themselves in that playoff picture again, they got to start winning some games. They got to potentially run the table. I mean, there are some teams that are not. Oh, there's a turnover. Well, just like that, Nick Owen coughs it up, gets the pass, ball is loose, and You Need a Clown have this ball.
Honestly, beautiful, beautiful job. Like we were saying, they have to put forth much more effort. I know they got started off very fast. I was listening in my car on the way here, but they really need to put forth as much effort as possible, because you don't want to be the team that wins the championship and then doesn't even make it to the playoffs the next year. That does not reflect good on you. And quite frankly, there will be a lot of parents who are in a very, very angry, foul mood.
Yeah, I understand a lot of parents made a lot of expensive purchases after they heard their kids were champions. They didn't understand these kids don't really get paid, nor do they, but they still made some very expensive purchases. And they're not going to want to have to live with the shame of having to use those expensive items, knowing their kids are failures in the fall season. That's a big catch. Morris Romero airing it out. Gets the first down. He's knocked out of bounds. 1st and 10. You Need a Clown and they are showing that they mean business. Maybe it took a little bit of maybe they just need a little bit of a kind of a kick in the seat of the pants to get going. And I'm actually looking at You Need a Clown's schedule on the way out. Oh, up the middle, Lucas Wood, 15 yards, brought down first down. You Need a Clown. 4:03 to go in the second quarter. They're getting closer and closer to the red zone, just short of it. I think they got spotted on the 21-yard line. Yes, indeed.
I don't like. I know You Need a Clown really needs to go aggressive right now. That's all that they can possibly do. But quite frankly, I don't like the way they're playing because I don't think they're playing aggressive enough. Like I think they're still trying to play a conservative game, and they were just gifted a turnover, and like I'm fearful that they're not going to capitalize on it. Sure, they're in the red zone. They had the potential to be in the red zone.
They were actually just a loss, 3rd and 13 right now.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Oh God, it's just I don't like the way they're playing. If I can be completely frank.
That's fair. You can. That's fair, and actually, I appreciate you. Quoting the legend, completely frank. He's a former player from the '80s in South Tucson. Played actually for played for a CSC team. Played actually for I believe played for Tony and Paul's Child Escort Service back when they were back when they had that long run in the '80s.
I don't like to remember that time.
No, no one really likes to remember the time when Tony and Paul's were any good.
Yeah, that is just kind of tacky, really. I'd say their '80s
really
play.
Is. But look at the schedule. You Need a Clown. This is probably their toughest game on the schedule going forward. You know, they've got Tony and Paul's, Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium. Those are two teams with losing records right now. After this in week 7 and 8, Mitch's Toys and Guns. They're kind of 3-3 right now. They close the season against 1-800 Bayadat. They go on a run. You get maybe 4 or 5 of those games. You win tonight. You get 3 or 4 of those other games. They're very winnable games. All of a sudden, you find yourself in the championship game.
Like it's very feasible. Like, and this is the toughest game, but you got to think if they lose right here to CTE, that could just put the damper on the end of their season because, they still could win out and viably miss the playoffs.
That's very true, but their defense is stifling. They just got a sack on Brandon Nubian, 2nd and 14 after having to going for the turnover was CTE. That catch is dropped, 3rd and 14. But again, that's the difference. The Blue Collar Conference and the Child Services Conference, which of course CSC is the team that is the conference that CTE and You Need a Clown are in. All the kids related businesses are all in there. Nice first down, big hit and a flag. Oh, you don't want to commit penalties like this. No, it was incomplete, but it's going to be an automatic first down. So it'll just move it to about the spot of the foul, the 15 yards. It was a 14-yard catch. It was an incomplete, though, so that's going to move them all the way to the 23-yard line. CTE are driving with 2.5 to go in this quarter, in this half. And that's for not a single yard gained, 2nd and 10. But again, the CSC and the Blue Collar Conference, since they both added 2 new teams, they're now split up. It's not, they get a championship game. So the winners of each division, which right now in the CSC, CTE is one of the top teams, along with Bully Factory in the fun division. And then there's the mandatory division where Bayadat, Hootenannies, and possibly You Need a Clown are all vying for that position. You Need a Clown has a really good chance to run the table, get some wins, and finish atop.
But that's a stacked division. There's a lot of potential spoilers there. I mean,
we talked about Ted's Baby Clothes and Tony and Paul's not being very good teams, but on the opposite side of that, Hootenannies and Bayadat, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, there is a lot of potential, because You Need a Clown, obviously, they are the most heralded team in their conference. We can't get that wrong. No one's going to argue that. But there is a couple of potential spoilers, like you just mentioned, that could easily make a run for the entire thing this year.
They could. I think Bayadad will give them a challenge. Bayadad were a top 10 team last year.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just missed out on the 1-800 Bayadad. Just missed out on the playoffs as well. Again, you add that 11th game for the two divisional champs, and that just really turns things up. I think it gives it adds a little bit more separation. It gives one team potentially a chance to play their way in by being now. And again, the conference champions don't get an automatic berth in the playoffs. That just goes to the top 8 teams as far as the rankings go. We saw that with Bayadad. 1-800 Bayadad were the conference champions last year. They missed out on the playoffs. They just didn't have enough in the non-conference. And Wood is brought down for a loss of 2. A lot of stalemates here. Just a lot of punting, a lot of turnovers on downs. Just no scoring. They're not leaving the middle of the field.
Right, and I mean, I'm honestly shocked given how fast-paced and exciting the beginning of the game did sound when I wasn't here. I was really looking forward to just a barn burner of back and forth action. We're kind of just getting almost, I dare say, a stalemate right now. Like, we're not getting anything from either team, and quite frankly, one of these teams is really going to have to put on the aggression now, sooner rather than later. Otherwise, I mean, you're looking at the potential loss and potential destruction of your entire season here, and that's not what either of these teams really need right now.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, no doubt. And there's another face mask.
Automatic first down.
And there we see it's... Oh, moving the football again. You need a clown over the 50 now. Onto the CTE 48.
Oh, and my beverage of choice is just a nice glass of ice water I've got in early morning.
Oh, okay. Was it one that you poured for yourself today, or was it sitting on your windowsill?
I poured for myself today. I heard Will discuss that earlier.
It was weird. It was weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little weird.
Like, because I'm guilty of it as well. Like, you know, you have a glass of water on your nightstand from the night before, and you finish it off in the morning. But like, it's just a little bit odd, like on the windowsill for like a couple of days, especially on the windowsill. It seems like it would get dirty there. But,
that does sound like it would get dirty. And we don't want anything dirty.
No, we would
not
want
a
anything.
single thing dirty. Not anything dirty. I think is as it would go. Wow, Morris Romero brought down, no gain on that one, and they are currently on the 33-yard line with 42 seconds to go. Clock ticking. You need to clown down to 1 timeout in the first half. Opts for the short pass. It's caught, but there's a flag. You can see the reaching in, and yep, the face mask is going to put him into great position. They could potentially, at the very least, kick a field goal, because they're now on the 14-yard line. That's a huge mistake. Just the lapse of judgment. You know, you expect these 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds to not lose their heads, to actually think, make smart tackles.
Make smart, competent decisions.
Yep, and Morris Romero, nice finishing your tackles, kid. That's how you're supposed to tackle, in the end zone after the play is dead, like we taught you. Morris Romero is in the end zone. It's a touchdown for you to clown on the next possession. He just lowers his head, pushes forward, and breaks into the end zone for a 14-yard rushing touchdown. And that
Hell
is
of a game that he has been having thus far.
Amazing player, Morris Romero, for You Need a Clown. Not even one of the star players. That's the beauty of it. It's one of the names that the game came up with. I love it. But that playbook, that Oregon playbook, is dangerous. You know, and Kerplunk Foley with a return for 18 yards for CTE. 31 seconds to go. They got all 3 timeouts.
You know, you think a guy like that Dante fellow, I mean, I know he's played professionally in another sport. You think he would have at least heard of football at some point.
I don't understand how you never hear of football.
Especially in a place like South Tucson where there is a tradition of it.
Yes, a long-standing tradition.
Like, I mean, I know it was overshadowed for a long period of time, but...
How does he not, like, wander around? How does he not walk? What does he think all these stadiums we have in town are?
I
like,
don't
there are
know.
literally Like, this is Municipal Field number 128, I think. I gotta take my look again. Let me take my list. Which one are we in again? I don't remember.
I know for a fact, because, you know, I like to be prepared. I like to do my research. I know for a fact that he has rented out a couple of these fields once or twice to hold his throwing camps.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, how are you not aware? Yeah, we're in 128, Municipal Field number 128. That heavily implies that is how many municipal fields there are in this city. I don't know how we fit them all. One of them seats 80,000. And he doesn't know what football is. What does he think happens in here? Does he think everyone's throwing a throwing camp here?
I don't know. I really
These are the questions. Could somebody tell me, because I'd like to know.
What's the deal with Dante Sky High?
Who the hell is Leonardo? Incomplete pass, CTE, just outside the red zone, 23 yards. They're going to try, they got maybe time for one more shot at the end zone before the halftime interval. Oh, it's deflected. Brandon Nubian going for the shot. It's going to be the end of the first half. It's a close one, 14-7. The defending champs leading the 5th-ranked team in all of South Tucson, CTE.
What the hell of a first half.
It is, and I'm going to have to edit that a second time. This is halftime brought to you by Nissan. Be sure to test drive the all-new 2017 Laugh Finder. It comfortably seats 8, uncomfortably fits in the wall of a local restaurant. And, of course, South Tucson Youth Football is not possible without the lovely sponsors of all the wonderful businesses around South Tucson. Kyle, you're happy to help me out with this. I'm not going to put you on the spot here.
Oh, gladly.
Like Francois Creperie, the 10th-ranked team currently in South Tucson Youth Football. Boy, if you ever go to Francois Creperie, you know, crepes are delicious. Let's just get that out of the way. Crepes are delicious.
Oh, yes.
They are savory. They are sweet. They are a delectable French dish. And they can be made anywhere. There are very simple ingredients. There's a lot of skill to be making a really good one, but they're just delicious and they're readily accessible. And here in South Tucson, you can come to Francois Creperie, run by a delightful Canadian, Gordy Bettman. Wonderful, wonderful guy. Poor guy keeps getting called Francois. They think that the dude who runs its name is Francois Creperie, like that's his first and last name. That being said, I don't want to kill his image, but there's like Canadian hockey stuff all over the place. Huge Gretzky fan, like a framed Gretzky jersey when he played for the Oilers.
Oh yeah. Like
all over, just a hockey. It's it's like a hockey fanatics.
Lots of Lemieux, lots of
yeah.
Messier.
He's just a huge hockey. He's a proud Canadian that has to go through his life being confused as a Frenchman. Not that there's anything wrong with being French, although if you tell some people in South Tucson that, they'd kind of look at you side-eye when I say that. But the poor guy just wants to embrace his heritage, his proud Canadian nationalism, and just call him Gordy. He'd love it if someone actually called him Gordy and not Francois. Mm-hmm. Please, he's Francois Creperie. They're also really good crepes.
They are. They're delicious. I feel bad for him.
These days, they just come with a side of identity crisis.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame.
He gets booed anywhere he goes in South Tucson. Yes, he does. Oh, yeah. Forgot. It's a rivalry game because it's rivalry week. And we do have and of course, thankfully, You Need a Clown. Remember to bring the trophy with them. They got to hang on to it. That actually happened at some of our games. We didn't televise those games, so some of the trophies got forgotten. Not gonna say who, Shifty Lou's Arcade. But
I thought it was really weird when I went in there last week and it was available for 5,000 tickets.
Yeah, it's really strange. Them versus Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium. Oh, sorry, no, that didn't happen. That happened. That was last week. I think it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Happened against. Yeah, that's. To be fair, it's kind of hard to know whether or not they were bringing. It was in their Week 5 game against the Hootenannies. The trophy was the overwhelming sense of impending doom, and it's kind of hard to bring that. It's not really a tangible thing. That being said, this is a second time these two teams are playing. Oh, third time, but second time they're playing for this trophy. You Need a Clown won the first meeting, They are playing for the Overturned Elementary School desk chair combo with wads of used gum that spells out winner.
Intended receiver on the play.
I love that one. I forgot. I keep track of them, so like, believe me, if there's one that already exists, I'll be, I'll make sure to tell you.
Honestly, I do love the fact that the winning team gets to chew their gum and add an exclamation point every single year. That's my favorite part of the trophy.
I love it. Yeah, there's gonna be a second. All the kids are gonna pop in some gum and just ew. Oh, it's gross. I love it. It's canon now. There's gonna be a second exclamation point on that desk, on the underside of that desk chair combo. Lucas Wood with a. I wish it said WinRAR. It actually says winner. It's spelled right. It's just made of. It just says winner made out of chewing gum.
Yes, unfortunately, the chair with WinRAR spelled out on it made of chewing gum. That has nothing to do with South Tucson youth football.
Yeah, that one's still in the computer lab.
Yeah, apparently someone thought it would be important to let the computer techs know that computer needed WinRAR on it.
It's an odd way of telling someone that.
You think they would just leave a note?
Most normal people would, but again, South Tucson is not filled with most normal people.
If South Tucson was filled with normal people, it wouldn't be South Tucson.
We would not bother like airing any of this. I'm looking through the schedule to try to figure out what games to air in week 7. I think we're looking at that 4-2 Kathy's Country Cookin' versus 4-2 Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty game. That's looking like a good one. Marmalade Shack versus Cramblers could be good. 4-2 versus 3-3. Where are my 5-1 teams? Creamy Surprise versus Tremor's Pizza could be a good one. Francois Cravery versus Wandering Lush. You're probably gonna get that one. Some good games in week 7. We're getting up to it.
We got a lot of good stuff coming up, don't we?
Yes, we got a lot of good stuff coming up in South Tucson youth football. I will be much like the 1980s South Tucson youth football star. I'll also be completely frank, and let you know that the NASCAR game that I have is being worked on. I am at the point where I have to start making the paint schemes of the cars and then figuring out how I'm going to broadcast the thing, if I'm going to do it like recorded or do it live. I haven't figured out how the best way to do it is, but if it's recorded, it's going to be done like HCL probably, where it's like the video is recorded and pre-produced, but the commentary will be live, and everyone who's on the call will probably just press play on like a private link or something like that. We'll see. We'll figure that out. I haven't figured it out yet. It's going to take me a while to make all those. There are 32 dang cars, and they're going to be wonderful. I'll make a wiki page so you guys can peek at it a little bit soon. That's a big play out of his own red zone. Bubba Pierre! 12-yard catch. I will say that Tucsonade is a sponsor of one of the cars. There is the number 60 Tucsonade car, driven by Big Daddy Thibodeau, one of the fathers of the father of many players in South Tucson.
He is a disturbing fellow.
Big Daddy Thibodeau, yeah, he's driving the Tucsonade with a minor South Tucson youth football sponsorship. Do it live, fuck it. I would. The problem is when I open up the game, I can't, like, if I get out of the program, like to go to like something else, the program goes black, which I gotta figure out. I gotta test it out a little bit. But yeah, we got 32 cars, all looking to win the Diddlers Cup. Because what other company has enough money to sponsor a racing series like Diddler's Family Restaurant? So the Diddler Cup will be awarded to the winner of this whatever fucking thing I do. I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, and Kyle replays his childhood.
Yay.
It should be coming back down the line. Unfortunately, work has taken me out of the house more than I would personally like, and typically on the days when I would be able to stream stuff.
I totally get that. And HCL is going to be coming back soon. Kumite is doing its thing. There's going to be some big Kumite stuff coming out. Once we get caught up with the shows, we're still like, the next things you're going to see are the November and December shows. And then there's, obviously we're going to slowly get on thing. Ooh, I might. OTT Hodge, hit me up on Twitter. Is any truth to the rumors Big Daddy Thibodeau is related to Big Dick Dudley? Yeah, they are part of the Big family. How is Bubba Pierre not playing for Francois Creperie? That's not a name we came up with. Bubba Pierre is the game doing its game thing.
That's honestly, that is the best part about
So many of these names are just great names. Clinton Vincent is a great one. All the Thibodeaus all over the place. Those are all the game. We didn't put a bunch of Thibodeaus all over the place. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's too brilliant. That's not a joke I come up with. That's a good joke.
Yeah, we come up with completely absurd shit.
Yeah, like O Contrarius Monfrere. I almost named him O Contrarius Monfrarius.
Or Brandon Nubian.
Yeah, Brandon Nubian, another one. Fucking why? Well, Brandon Nubian takes a hit, 4th and 12. I don't know if this is close enough for a field goal. We'll have to see. Might just be out of range. They're gonna have to go for it. No, they're gonna. Are they punting? They are punting. Wow, this is a huge play.
That's I don't know if I'd be doing that if I were
Wow,
them.
fair catch called for, and
Like-
You Need a Clown are now pinned back in their own 7-yard line. I mean, it's a one-score game, Kyle. Maybe it's a field position battle. We thought this was going to be a sprint. We thought this was going to be a shootout of a game. It's been a defensive battle, and they're out of the end. Oh, they're off to the races. Morris Romero is not going to be. He is going to get caught. Oh, putting on the Jets. Morris Romero, 69 yards. Nice.
And I'm gonna be honest, I think that's probably an angry response to the punt. Like that's what I would put it on. Like, cause you know, like you got a free play, and let's be frank, you're giving up about maybe 20 yards of field position.
True.
Like that's all you're gonna give up. Like, and if you get a really good punt from one of these kids, then you're giving up only 10 yards from where you were. It just made no sense to me.
It's well, and they clearly paid for it as we begin the 4th quarter. You Need a Clown are knocking on the red zone, and they are ready. They're poised to score. They want to turn the Jets back on, and that's going to be an easy catch. 1st down and a flag. Oh my goodness! It's unraveling for CTE. It's a face mask. The catch was made on the 4-yard line, so that's going to move it to the 2 at this point. The 3, excuse me.
Still 1st down.
See, I think what I just mentioned in the chat is that the NASCAR game is going to have a number 69 car, and it's just going to be a black car with the white lettering. It just says "nice" on it. And it's not even a sponsor. Lucas Wood into the end zone. Touchdown just like that. You Need a Clown. 20-7, possibly 21-7 with the extra point pending. And CTE now have a mountain to climb. All those predictions picking the former champs are looking pretty smart right now. It's 21-7 thanks to a 69-yard rush by Morris Romero. But no, there are a lot of references in this NASCAR game to sponsors and companies past. I will just say that there is a car number 188, and if you know what that is, then great. Otherwise, I'm not telling you. You can find out and be surprised. I scoured all my old IRM stuff. I scoured some old New Legacy and Hogan versus Flair stuff to find some fun things too. I took some suggestions, and there's gonna be there'll be an HCL car. There'll be a Kumite Most Glorious Mr. Naga car.
And Brian, correct me if I am incorrect, but isn't there a callback to way back, even before IRM was a thing?
Yes, the 87 car, numbered for the number of episodes that I was able to find.
Mm-hmm.
As you're getting for, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
There's that one too.
I'll leave that one quiet. I'll be quiet about that one. But yeah,
there's a lot of I have seen.
We're
I
going
have seen
deep.
the list of items, and there's a lot. for those of you who linger longer, there's a lot for you.
Well, let's put it this way. You'll find a bunch of them if you scour the wiki page. There's some old projects that weren't done for a very long time that have got some conversations we've had on regular streams, things that have come up over and over in conversations, any sort of jokes. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait to see these fucking stupid things show up on cars when I make them all. And I can't wait to see this dumb game have like a car with the Mr. Naga face on the front of it. Yeah, the laps, it won't be a full race. Like, I tested one out, like, cause you can simulate them and like speed it up and like skip to like the end. And if I do, I'm probably gonna do about 20% of the full race length. I think I'm gonna do a lot of testing. Oh, Cosmo Bubba actually absolutely said I would not be surprised if the hood of the Kumite car is just the glorious Mr. Naga's face. I mean, it's really more the Mr. Naga car than it is the Kumite car. Nick Carr, speaking of cars, he's revving up his engine, 19-yard catch, first down in the red zone for CTE, looking to make this a one-score game again. They scored a touchdown on their only visit to the red zone. Brandon Nubian getting in the way of his own running back, but it's a touchdown, and it's Carr again. It is 21-13. CTE trying to crawl their way back into this one, bounce their way back into this.
Yeah, I honestly, at this point, I don't like their chances, though. They only got 3 minutes left. You need a clown starting off with the ball. Honestly, like, you
got to stop them. They haven't proven they can do that too well. I mean, in the second quarter, they were able to stop them pretty well, but the fatigue is setting in. We saw how strong You Need a Clown is looking. They look a lot less fatigued than the CTE do. That's a good start. 15 yards on the return. Stopped was Fuggin' Lou Rawls. Can't let him get a big return. And You Need a Clown starting things off on their own 31. But you know they're going to be content to let this clock run down. All 3 timeouts for both teams.
Yeah,
and that's a drop. 3:03. That's a good play for CTE. You want to stop the clock. Incomplete pass will do it. I don't think the clock's really an issue at the moment just yet. There's a lot of time. You Need a Clown. All the timeouts as well. You just want to get them to go 3 and out right now.
Yeah, You Need a Clown. If I were them, I think starting that drive with the pass play was dumb because you got to eat as much clock as possible at this point.
Lucas Wood has proven to be a strong running back. Has pulled off multiple 10 yards or more runs in this game. I don't know if they're going to go to him now at 3rd and 5. You kind of have to. It's almost forced your hand. And they're setting up with one running back in the backfield. It's got to be Lucas Wood kind of hanging out. But they're going to take a lot of time off this clock. They're going to let this play clock run down. Get the snap off at about 2:25. And no, they're going to throw it. Caught. No gain. It's 4th and 5. What a stop by CTE.
And honestly, I still don't know why they threw on first down. That was
Really
just
questionable.
dumb.
I agree with you on that one entirely, Kyle. And
it's funny because we were talking earlier about how they really needed to show a lot of aggression, but at a one-score game, now is not the time to be showing aggression. Now is the time to be playing smart football.
And great punt all the way down to the 30, but Nick Owen takes it off the bounce and takes it to the 50. That's an incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Brandon Nubian looking to the right sideline. 2:04 to go. CTE used their first timeout already. And we're going to see what they can do out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Overthrows it. 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to go. Not all over just yet if they do not get this first down. They still have 2 timeouts. They can force You Need a Clown to maybe punt one more time, but they got to be flawless at this point.
Airing
it out. Oh, it's almost picked off by Jamal Fagan.
I don't like their chances.
Nope, you got to go with that West Coast offense at this point. I mean, you need a touchdown, but you got to get that first down before anything else. It's 4th and 10. This is it. Nubian back to pass. A lot of time. Oh, he's hit from behind. Arm was moving forward. It's a turnover on downs.
Oof.
What a huge play A big defensive stop by You Need a Clown.
The CTE was just gifted that set of downs.
They really
based
were.
on the bad play by You Need a Clown, and quite frankly, they were unable to do anything with it.
And Lucas Wood's going to run this one. Forced the second timeout to be taken. 1:44 left in the game. A first down for You Need a Clown will end this game. I'm not entirely certain that that they even need that. Yes, they will. 3rd and 3. That's the last timeout. So You Need a Clown. A first down will do it. Otherwise, they'll have to punt back to CTE. And they get the first down. Lucas Wood, 10 yards. First down. CTE are out of timeouts. This will end the game. What a game that was. Both teams are 4-2 as the clock will approach 0. They're going to hand it off again to Wood. He's going to dive for a gain of 8.
You Need a Clown really needed the victory. They played smart for most of the game. Even if I question their play calling at the end there, they were still able to get the job done when they needed it.
They most certainly did, and I think they got a good claim to be one of the teams in the top 10 after so many teams lost in week 6 after being ranked. I'm thinking we're seeing CTE. We got 3 teams out of the top 5 that lost. We've got Danish Loose Chutney House, Pawn Shop of the Nazarene, and Crashzone Trampoline Experience all lost in week 6. They were all in the top 5. Also, Moist Adventures lost they were ranked in the top 10. Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty lost as well. I'm trying to think. Francois Creperie did win. Creamy Surprise just won. And who was the number 8 team? I will go ahead and find that out. And number 9 team was the Benji Texans, who did win. So that's 5 teams out of 10 in the top 10 losing. Not sure if all 5 of them are going to drop out of the rankings, but you got to make a claim. That's going to be it for us. It's 21-14, the final score. You Need a Clown, big win over CTE. I'm looking at the stats here. We got Taxes Roadhouse, the only undefeated left, 6-0. They're going to have a big game coming up. Taxes Roadhouse. They play Rusty Pipe Job Plumbing. That's a home game for them. Rusty Pipe Job not having a good season. They're 2-4. So that'll be. But they're going to be circling that Week 9 game against the Horse Pussy Saloon. I think that'll be a big determinant over who reigns supreme in the BCC, if you ask me. That being said, looking at some of the schedule, we got 3 teams at 5-1. Francois Creperie, the Creamy Surprise, and the Horse Pussy Saloon all are 5-1. You got to imagine the Horse Pussy Saloon will move up to number 2 in the rankings. Their strength of schedule is so strong. They were number 3 already. They'll be moving up. Creamy Surprise, Francois Creperie. Maybe you can see them move into the crack. Maybe see at least one of those 2 teams crack the top 5. A lot of teams at 4-2 right now. We got 18 different teams are at 4-2. It's a lot of teams that can make a claim for getting ranked. I think Diddlers have a good chance to crack the top 10. The strength of schedule is really, really powerful. Binging Texan will most certainly be moving up. So You Need a Clown. It's got to be cracking the top 10 at this point. I think they absolutely will.
I would definitely say so. Yeah.
Hoot Nannies as well will be moving up. Moving into the top 10, I would maybe say Pawn Shop of the Nazarene going to drop a little bit, but they should stick around, I think. Second to Non can make a claim. It's a lot of teams that can make a good claim for it. Got to see what they what the polls and the coaches and the voters have to say. So that's going to be it, folks. That's it for South Tucson Youth Football. Thank you, Kyle, for joining me. It's great to have you here on the stream again. I've kind of missed. I'm looking forward to Kyle Replaces Childhood coming back whenever it does.
Yep. Hopefully I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, just given time constraints and everything, probably in about a week or 2.
Cool.
I should be able to put something together.
And I feel like we got a bunch of new people who may have joined us. We have a lot of people joining us, and people always watching the YouTube. If you haven't checked out Kyle Replaces Childhood on the YouTube page, we got a lot of old ones of that. It's basically just a lot of the old games that you like to play that you want to share with people. Sometimes there's a theme. Sometimes there's just some weird games. Sometimes I think you went with purposely terrible games.
Yes, we did a month where I focused on some of the shittiest games that I've ever played or owned. I've done edutainment games. I just like to do stuff that some of it is as classics like your Mega Mans and that sort of thing. Some of it's a little off the beaten path like the Yukon Trail, but I just like to share the stuff that I really enjoyed in my childhood, and I think I do it quite well.
It's definitely great. I love being able to say that you'll see some things on Kyle Replays His Childhood that I'm fairly certain nobody else streams. I can safely say there are going to be some games, not every time, but there are definitely going to be some games that literally nobody else streams, and it's a lot of fun. You should definitely check it out. Check it out through the YouTube page. There's a lot of old ones, really fun stuff. I try to make it in whenever I'm around. Yeah, it's a blast. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to. If there's ever something about a video game that I or any of our friends are not sure about, usually Kyle's the person we ask because he'll probably have the answer. Very knowledgeable, knows his stuff, and does some really fun stuff. Definitely some really out there stuff, and I'm looking forward to it coming back. That's it for us. That's going to conclude week 6. Hopefully I'll get the rankings figured out soon, and we can get the highlight video up on YouTube. Get old Todd Cranberry back in the studio to nervously read his stats. And that's going to be it. So thank you to Kyle. Thank you to Will for joining us for the first half of the game. Dante Sky High was here. I can say thank you to him, I guess. I don't know if he has a radio in his car, if he's hearing this, but nonetheless, this has been KYST 89.3 FM, The Bone, AM 1400, The Growler, and of course you've been watching us on Local Access, channel number 22, South Tucson Local Access. The Paul Finequad Show is next. He'll be taking your calls, like calls from Phyllis from South Tucson, Tammy from South Tucson, and of course I-Man from South Tucson and Daryl from South Tucson, talking about all the kids that disappointed them today. There are a lot of them. 30 teams won, 30 teams lost. It's week 6 in the books.